Rachel tries to rebel against everything, and she seems to sin in every once in a while. So I don't think Rachel really like follows the dad's rules as much as everyone else does. You know, she does follow them, but she's not like.
I think they're all just collectively scared of getting like attacked from him. Yeah, because they said that he'll like physically hurt them, not just make them do stuff there. It says like he'll bring out a or something.
Yeah, it's like, but they said that it was for the younger kids.
It was probably a switch at the time.
Yeah.
That's like when, because my grandparents, I know this is slightly off topic, but just like, it's, my grandparents, like my grandmother would always be like, my parents would always say, go out and pick out a long thin stick, and it'd be a switch, and that would be like when she,
yeah.
So I feel like it was probably that.
The book to life connection.
It's like, what is the exact year? Because, you know, I kind of...
It's 1959.
Now it's crossed over to 60.
60.
Well, yeah,
Which is the year that the Congo is free.
Okay.
From Belgium.
Word up.
Okay, so let's see if anyone else has any more questions we want to touch on. We don't have to touch on all of these.
Well, we only have 6 minutes.
Yeah, but there's also one thing I kind of want to point out in a second, but if we have time. Okay, so I'll ask this question. What does Mama Tataba's leaving show of the father's choices when it comes to the Congolese culture?
I mean, I think it... What?
Okay,
What
does her leaving?
Okay, he's like rejecting it completely.
Yeah, I think that he's trying to... He thinks that their culture almost doesn't matter.
I think he knows deep in his heart, it's like... He knows somewhere in his heart, like, we need this person because we don't know, but he refuses to acknowledge that. Like, he's so stubborn to the point where it's like, we don't need her, we can do this all on our own.
Right, he's like he's kind of like a colonialist, like he wants, like, I know this is like,
Colonist? Colonialist.
Okay, don't make fun of me, okay? I got this from Effingham, but it's where someone thinks that their culture is superior to others and they want to like change it to where it could be like
they think that they're trying to civilize the Congolese.
Right.
Okay. It kind of reminds me of back when like America kind of discovered America. No, the Pilgrim people and Christopher Columbus and stuff. They discovered America and they were like, we will civilize you.
That's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
That's imperialism and the
I'm sorry, I got lost at colonial
creation of colonies.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have another question you'd like to touch on, or?
No, not really.
Okay. Do you have one?
Mm-mm.
Okay. The one thing I did want to point out.
Actually, I do have a question.
Oh no, go ahead.
So, like, I know this was a short thing. It was only like about a page. But do you think the dad's chair back at their house, when I was talking about his rocking chair, do you think that's a metaphor for something else, like his place of power?
History.
He said...
Because it is only his.
Yeah,
He was talking about, like,
If
God forbid someone sit in Dad's chair.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, like, do you think it represents, like,
he's
the power that he holds as, he's a minister, he's back at the church.
He's a reverend.
He's a reverend. And it was saying how, like, there's another family staying in that house, which I get because his grandfather was a reverend. So they have, like, another house by the church. And it's like, does that represent his place of power, where that chair, no one else can sit in? And that's how he sees his power, though.
That's how
He's like, no one else can take it over, this is mine, you know, I'm gonna sit here.
It's kind of just representing that.
I mean, what about Tata Nibu's, the chief? Or, I don't know how to say his name. I don't even
What's
the chief, like his thoughts on the church that Nathan, the dad, is trying to pull off on the Congolese, like his thoughts trying to make them stop.
Saying that it's like ruining his people and turning them away from God.
Right.
But then again, also, I think, who was it? Was it you or Jamie who was like, when I think it was the chief's, like, advisor, who was it that told the dad that...
He went to dinner with the dad, and the advisor was, like, saying what... Yeah, that's him. The chief, what he was...
That is him.
What he was saying about, like, what he was doing, like... that scene was just hard to get through because you just kind of sit there like, oh
What did
no.
he say? He said it was like.
He said, oh gosh, I'm gonna like look
It was
for
corrupt. He said it was
It was
corrupt.
corrupt,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
He said
yes.
that the church was corrupt, and it was like.
Uh,
Because, I mean, some of the one thing that I think really stood out to the chief was the whole, like,
okay,
you can only marry one person, which, I mean, it's unreasonable for their culture, but for our culture, that's like, you know.
it's somewhere in here.
I think originally, like, the people actually liked the church because it was pulling away the people that they thought was cursing the village, which I felt like hilarious. That they liked the church being around because those people that had cursed the village are gone. But then now, I can't remember what happened, but there was something that they felt it was like negatively affecting them, so now they had to talk to
could
them.
only have
It was right here.
There was but there was something else too. I can't remember.
Okay, it's right here, and it says
Don't cringe too much.
Tata, the chief, is happy for you to draw the bad luck people away. So the village's spirit protectors will not notice them so much, but he worries you are trying to lure too many of the others into following corrupt ways. He fears a disaster will come if we anger the gods. And you knew right when he said corrupt that the Father was going to go above and beyond.
Once you see those italics.
It was so hard to get through because it was cringeworthy how bad it just got during that conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like, also, it's obvious that, like,
I wanted to see it this way.
the people in the Congo,
Yeah.
they have their own religion, it seems like. It's like, don't anger the gods. So it's like, I can see it both ways, you know, because both ways you're infringing on the other person's religion.
Yes.
So if someone came in and was, which people do, and was like saying my religion's wrong, but that would be like me going to their church and saying, your religion's wrong, my religion's right. So I can see it both ways, it's very
And
difficult.
that's where you also see two totally different cultures
It's
just
a-
clashing together. And it's just like, you see it's totally...
We can go a little
I know. Okay, so we finished on this topic? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have one main question from the fact sheet, because we've already kind of talked about this. Who is your favorite character and why?
Okay, currently,
Leah.
in the pages that we have read, from 1 to 150, Ada.
I like Leah.
This is why I brought this up, because I feel, tell why you disagree. Because we haven't really talked about it.
I mean, it's not her disability, because I don't want to be that
Yeah,
kind
we
of
know.
person.
You're not that kind of person. That's like, I'm not being racist, but... No, just say what you're going to say. No one's going to take it like that.
You never know. Well, it's like she's... I don't even know.
She's a little bit
Okay,
self-righteous.
who's your favorite character?
Leah.
Leah, why?
Because she's always trying to find something to do, and she's always trying to be productive, or like she's always trying to find some fun things into it. Like what you were saying, like she actually liked what she was doing, like being there. Like
I think originally I really disliked her, and that's why it's hard for me
you guys thought she was racist.
Okay, look.
Well, she was.
She
She
was.
is, but
So
it's
look,
like, you know,
She's moving away from it.
I actually
Right.
agree with Tanner, because I think up to here, Ada was my favorite, but then right when she starts talking about the games and she meets the
I
boy,
think it's-
that's when she became probably my
It's also easy to see Leah, whatever, in yourself, because you know, as kids, you like hear things through our culture and stuff, and then later on you form opinions or maybe change political views than your parents or something,
Yeah.
and you start to realize that what you would always learn isn't true, and it's hard to accept that, but you start to form your own opinions, and you can kind of see that in her, which I think is extremely relatable.
Yes. I honestly can't choose really, because at first, of course, it's Ada.
It's gotta be between Ada and Leah, though.
It's Ada and Leah, because I relate to both of the characters in totally different ways. Because I relate to Ada feeling like I'm separate from some people, and then I also relate to Leah because I used to feel like how she did, and I was I really agreed with some of what my parents taught and how Leah is kind of growing and changing. I relate to that a lot because I went through that a little bit.
I like watching Leah grow and learn. And I think as you go on, Ada is really good at the beginning because she's like, you see her, she doesn't really judge people, and she's like a really intelligent character, and like the way she speaks. And when she talks backwards sometimes, it's like,
It's really interesting.
because that's like a quirk.
I
can see it really irritating
because like
Tanner.
yeah,
I can read
it was
backwards,
really
so-
irritating.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
I can't.
I can see it irritating Tanner. No, that's not any slap on you. I can just knowing you for like as long as I have,
You just
which is
don't
like a year and a half.
It's true. Aiden's very self-righteous. but
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She's
Yeah.
kind of self-righteous. Like she kind of looks around. And,
She feels about people.
Last thing. I remember you saying something a while ago. You liked Ruth May a lot.
I did.
oh,
I know you guys.
not judging you.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
I think that she's adorable and that she's just a little 5-year-old girl and that she likes to have fun and stuff. But she's very innocent and that she doesn't have any like care in the world.
I do. She sees what she's been taught.
Yeah.
So like, she doesn't have her own opinion.
And she forms like what she says to what she thinks is
Yeah.
bad. Like, I would say real quick. I think actually, now that I thought about it, I really like the mom's character.
Yes, that's what I was
I
thinking about
do.
just then.
I
I feel bad
Yeah.
for her so
I feel
much.
really bad for her because it's like obviously she wants to get out of the marriage. She doesn't want to be
Yes.
there. It's not the sort of life for her. What was it? Was there a scene when she was talking about? Didn't Nathan, the dad, he played football, right? He was like a quarterback.
Yeah, I think there was something.
And they were like high school boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah.
They really liked each other in high school. I feel like I don't know. I feel like she's staying with him more off that memory than
I think she's staying with him because he's a like minister, whatever, and because he took her here. And now, if she divorced him or something,
She's
even
gonna
if
be
she
stuck in the
could,
Congo.
she's stuck in the Congo.
And then
she,
there's the children to think about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think she's staying for the kids and because she wants to be a good Baptist wife. But I feel like she doesn't feel it anymore. Like she doesn't really believe in what the husband believes, and she doesn't want to force it on the people. Like, I think if she was allowed to be herself, she would probably be my favorite
I
character.
actually do have one more question, and it's gonna be quick, because I was just really confused at the very beginning when they're in the when they're walking to the river. It's like, you know, what was it talking about like there's like something by the river. It's like this animal.
The lion,
No,
where Otto,
It's
or
the
Ada
moms?
almost gets like attacked.
it's the mom's
Oh, that was like
perspective.
the endangered animal or something like that. And then
And it's like got horns. It's like
Yeah, I
purple.
remember that.
The unicorn.
Oh, I think it's a really rare type of like antelope sort of thing that she was talking about. But wait,
She was talking about it how like it was like a unicorn.
Yeah, right here. A beautiful animal.
on the other side of the river. Yeah.
This is where you really first see like her perspective, because she's like, oh, it's like a okapi.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
She seems really regretful in here, and she's really sad.
Okay, last thing. Do you remember her saying one of her children dies?
Oh, that's where I went.
What do you
That's
mean?
where I was going. Like, oh
where?
my goodness.
Where? I was skimming
It was
because I was
right
like, half
here.
asleep.
I remember.
It's like
Okay.
in her one transition,
it was-
like chunk.
Like right at.
What?
Oh gosh. Oh
I was
gosh.
skimming.
It's
I
right-
was
It's.
You guys skimmed, but I don't remember.
I remember this so much because it was.
It's
It was. Oh, maybe it's backwards.
it's like a chunk. Yeah, it's okay. She originally wanted a house. No, it's Leia.
Leah.
Whatever. This is her. This is her.
What is
Okay.
it? What
It's
is
in
it?
here. She says somewhere
here,
in this
here,
chapter
here.
that one of her children dies. She left one of her children dead in the Congo.
Africa, where one of my children remains in the dank red earth.
I have no clue who that is.
That's why I freaked out so much when Ada was like getting stalked by
thought
that
she
lion.
did
I thought
die.
she was gonna die. And I
Except
was
she was
so
telling it,
scared.
and you can never really kill, except apparently you know, quiet on the Western Front. You can never kill your like main character
Yeah, look.
when you're
Okay.
in first person.
Reading that, I seriously did not know that. Honestly, I'm sorry. I was skimmed. But like, I think it might be Rachel reading about that, because Rachel, like, she's
has
the one.
broken her arm and
She's the
she's-
least experienced.
She's stalking the like boys who are.
She's stalking the
Wait,
boys.
didn't Ruth May break her arm?
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Ruth May.
But like Rachel, I don't think Ruth May would die because I feel like it's what it's building at is like she's really adapting, and so is Leah. So I think it's either Ada or Rachel.
I feel like it's Ada for some reason. I
It's
just
Rachel.
feel like it's Ada.
I feel like though if they already kind of alluded to
thought
her
she
dying
died
and she
though.
lives, I don't think they're gonna do it again. It's just kind of sure.
Yeah, I just think it's something to take note of and remember throughout the book. Because if someone doesn't die and maybe maybe that's some sort of metaphor or something, or she's talking about
What if
the
she,
animal. I
what if
don't
she
know.
gets pregnant?
Oh, I don't know.
And then it's like a miscarriage.
Oh my god.
All right, well that's almost 28 minutes.
Goodbye and see ya.